Hey guys, this is my review for Ip Man 3. Directed by Wilson Yip, who also directed the other two Ip Man movies, and who also directed the awesome movie Killzone, or it's also called SPL. If you haven't seen that movie, definitely check it out, it's worth a watch. Starring the amazing Donnie Yen and Lin Hung, Max Jin, and Mike Tyson. We follow Ip Man as he deals with a gang who is trying to take over his son's school. The gang is ran by a crooked developer whose name is Frank, played by Mike Tyson. Donnie Yen does another fantastic job at playing Ip Man for a third time. Newcomer Max Jin, who is Shang-Chi, who is father of the son who is friends with Ip Man's kid. This movie is quite good. I personally don't think it's on the same level as Ip Man 1 or 2, but it still holds up. This one's a little bit more story-based than the other ones. It relies more on storytelling than relying on action and all that fun stuff. There's a really funny scene in the beginning of this movie with the character Bruce Lee.
Okay, fire.
Which, if you don't know, Ip Man is actually the teacher of Bruce Lee. During the movie, there's a really cool fight scene where Ip Man uses a pole to fight a bunch of gang members. Now, I know you guys are all wondering, how did Mike Tyson do? Well, obviously he's not an actor, and his acting ability is not that great. His scenes were okay, they're mediocre. The fight scenes, they were pretty good. He did relatively well with his movement, and he shows that he can stand pretty well in action movies, but, you know, he's no Donnie Yen. The fight with Mike Tyson and Donnie Yen was pretty good. I think it could have been a little bit better, but I did enjoy it. I only had a few cons with this movie. Mike Tyson's character wasn't really all that important. Like, he gets introduced and, you know, we see this fighting ring that doesn't really play any part in the movie, really. There's a lot of character development I feel like we're missing with Mike Tyson's character that I feel like they could have pushed a little bit more because his character really didn't seem all that important. Just kind of feel like they threw Mike Tyson in there just to have Mike Tyson. After Ip Man and Frank fight, it's kind of the last time we see Frank, which is a bummer. If you do watch the movie, you'll see why. I just kind of feel like there should have been another time in the movie where we get to see Ip Man versus Frank again. That's not a spoiler or anything. It's just, you'll see what I'm talking about when you watch it. Also, another con is how story-focused this movie is. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like stories in movies, but the past Ip Mans had a good story, but also had a lot of action scenes. And this movie only had, like, really, I want to say 3 good action scenes in this movie. Unlike the other past Ip Mans, which had a ton of good action scenes. But in all, I was definitely entertained by this movie. You know, I did like the action scenes. Donnie Yen still put up a great performance as Ip Man. Definitely check out this movie when it comes to DVD or Netflix. It definitely is worth a watch if you're a fan of the Ip Man series. So in all, I give Ip Man 3 a 7.5 out of 10. So tell me what you guys thought about my review down below. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you guys want to see more, hit that subscribe button. And thanks for watching.